There must be a hospital with bed back this way.
Naples hospital is right up the road.
And you're sure he had a hospital? No, we just got wherever the house was.
What's up, Diamond? Yep, really nice. 82 degrees in the shade. Feeling good. A huge outdoor church just got let out here in the park, like maybe 3,000 people, so maybe someone from there will want to sit down. I don't know. We'll see. I had no idea they were going to be here. It worked out great. Oh, thank you, thank you. Hello.
When the day Chip, would you come back? Yeah. You'll be here next time. Oh, you better bring your blanket for coat. Even though you might take one out of bed. Yeah,
What should be the background music today? Night driving? Feeding the ducks? Alright, well, stick around. Might take a while. Yeah. Here's the... Here's my view. Yeah. So, we'll see what happens. Remind me to turn off the background music whenever someone sits down. It's not a big deal, but it's my preference. Fucking loud bird.
Huh?
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. Well, park's pretty dead right now. Oh, hey, Robert.
Hey there.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good morning.
Oh, here's someone else. Who's this?
Hey, Kevin from Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Hello.
So
Yeah,
we got a little bit of snow here. I wanted to show you the difference between here and Florida.
Oh, geez.
Oh, really nice. Awesome. Well, yeah, that is. There you go.
Yeah.
Nice. So cool, yeah. What's up with y'all?
Oh, it's there's freezing rain here today, so that's a little bit
Oh, wow.
better up in Canada. So, yeah.
Okay.
You were looking
Okay.
a little busy there, so I just dropped in and say hello.
Cool, thanks, yeah.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. You were saying how slow it was. I figured someone should say hi to you or something.
Sure thing, yeah, thanks. I'm just hanging out here.
Yeah. So you
Browsing
don't need
Twitter.
need the umbrella where you are. You're underneath something.
Yeah, I'm underneath this little, I don't know what to call it. Just a little covering out here in the park.
Cool. Sounds
There
good.
was this big like outdoor church happening here earlier this morning. I had no
Okay.
idea that was happening. It was like
Okay.
maybe 1,000 people, but then they all left. And now no one's here.
And not
Um,
So I'll just hang out here.
in the park downtown near where I am, there is a in the summertime. On Sundays they have this enormous. It's kind of a Falun Gong yoga thing. You know what they do with the thing with the yoga and whatever, and
Oh, right. Tai Chi, maybe?
it's something like Tai
Yeah.
Chi, or it's like a cross between Tai Chi and yoga or something. It's motion and things. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to work myself up to go out and sit at a table like you have been, Reed. Maybe when the weather turns here, I'll finally do it this year.
Oh, yeah? Nice.
Yep. The
So you're there in North Dakota, is that right?
South Dakota, actually.
Oh, South Dakota.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we're in that time of year where last week it was like in the 60s, and then now we have snow again. So it's kind of spastic weather for a little bit here until we get into spring.
All right, nice.
We've been doing a study group here since September, sitting down pretty much routinely have at least 8 people. And that's been going really well. So
What kind of study group? An SE study group or what?
an FE study group, yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
So
Very cool.
and we're very deep red state here, and so there's a group of progressives that are getting together having these conversations. My goal is really to help our progressive community not be I don't know, it's almost bigoted, right? I mean, when you get in groups of like people, everybody tends to slam the other side. So it's really been helpful, and people keep coming back, so they must like it. So
Nice. Where do you do it?
right now at a Scooter's Coffee, they got a
Alright.
private room in the back that we meet,
Oh,
and then
nice.
we actually do a hybrid model, so we're using Facebook as well. So I've got a couple of people from out of town, one from the Minneapolis, Minnesota area, and then one from another outlying community about 30 miles out that are pretty regularly on virtual. And they have a TV set up in that room, so works really well. We just project it up on the TV. So
Very cool. Are you on Meetup or is it like a Facebook group or something?
using a Facebook group currently.
It's a private group, right?
I think it is a private group currently. I've got 2 different Facebook profiles. So one of my profiles has the rational ruminations, is what we call it, on it. And and I did talk to Anthony a little bit. He asked about using Meetup, so I'm thinking about taking him up on that. So
Yeah, SEI is paying for a Meetup group, whatever, membership or whatever. And I think we have another 1 or 2 available to be used at some point.
Yep, and I was looking at Salt Lake City, they have their meetup on Saturday mornings. So it'd be interesting at some point. I may talk to them, see if they want to do like an overlapping, bring them on virtually or something and kind of do it together one week.
They're just setting up, right? They've only had a few meetings.
Yeah, I think they've only had a few meetings there in Salt Lake City. I think she said she had 4 people there last week.
Cool.
So
the format is like the practice sessions in Discord?
Yeah, and I'm not sure how they're doing it. Like, I think what we've been doing is just trying to, go through all the different steps and the phases of learning it. We'll usually watch a video or two, and then break it down, talk about it. And then the last 3 weeks, we've been going through the questionnaire. And so we meet 2 hours each Saturday. And so in the last 6 hours, we've made it through 17 questions. So it's really spawned a lot of good conversation.
Very cool. What's with the cows?
What's with the cows? Well, rumination, right? We're in South Dakota. We have a lot of, they're ruminants, right? So that was the idea there was we're in South Dakota. Everybody knows cows. We have cows everywhere. And so I guess we're all just cows together talking about stuff.
Cows are ruminants?
Yeah, they have
That's a technical term for them? I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, they have multiple stomachs. So they digest in one stomach, it moves to the next.
He's trying to get somebody in. He's trying to get somebody in to sit down.
Okay.
That's his top priority is to try to get somebody in there, so.
Yeah, for sure.
He was looking, but not interested.
Tire kicking. You should put a tire down there. It's like just before you go, you can kick the tire.
So cows are ruminants. That's a thing. Okay, never heard of that before.
So the idea was to sit down, have breakfast and talk, right? Have rational conversations.
Yeah. Ruminate.
So rumination is it's a play on words, right?
Yeah, I've heard of that word. Yeah, that's perfect. Love that.
Yeah.
Pondering, considering. Yeah. Think it over.
Yep. Cows can do it. Why can't we? I don't know.
Hilarious.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
So Reed, I saw your upload there. Was it yesterday? I think it was. From
with Dex Flame, yeah.
My first question is: you sat on that content for 8 months?
Yeah, I wanted to see what would happen after the year, but then I forgot about it. Then I remembered. Oh yeah, I remember they had that conversation with that guy.
Yeah.
So I uploaded it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting channel.
Yeah. You reminded me once of a presentation I saw. I think it was a TED Talk. It may have been a TED Talk where the speaker was talking about the creative process and being successful and having a lot of drive and motivation. And the speaker was saying that you have to be unreasonable, right? You have to, in order to really achieve great things, you have to set for yourself what appears to others to be unreasonable goals. It may even appear to you to be an unreasonable goal. And just, to strive to do things that are beyond rationality. So it was a kind of a goal-setting, motivating thing. So it didn't really matter if you hit 1 million subs. It's the trying that's important. This is Kevin. This is I can't read. You can explain what to Kevin what he said.
Oh, I actually watched it.
Oh, you saw that? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
What did you think?
I think I think I know where Reed was kind of going. Wouldn't it be nice to break it down and like have goals and be able to hit your goals? And when he was really talking more about just didn't want to know because it's too much pressure, but he's going to get there. I don't know. That seemed, I don't know. It didn't seem like something that would help you get there to me, but I don't know.
Yeah, there was a lot of potentially or just assumed valid premises within his argument. Even the goal of having 1 million subscribers, should that even be a goal? Why is that so special? Just like,
Yeah.
I think it just needs to be quality over quantity. You could buy 1 million subscribers if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But, so there's a lot to question there.
You could do that. So I logged onto his channel, and the first video I looked at was his video called "Deleting My Channel."
Yeah.
And it's the first video I looked at on his channel, and he talks about where he got this million number from.
What did he say?
It was from some YouTube analytics influencer software that did an analysis of his channel and did a straight line projection, saying that he would based on current rates, he would project to 1 million by the end of the year. It was some kind of software projection from some site somewhere.
Oh, like Social Blade or something? Yeah, I've seen that graph.
That was it. Yeah, something. I think it was Social Blade. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, the idea, of course, of straight line projections, mathematical straight line projections, is that it assumes an all things being equal assumption. The premise is conditions will remain the same, activities will remain the same, and the projection will go out straight line. In the past rate of growth predicts future rate of growth, provided all conditions remain equal. And then he went on to talk about all the various things he was changing on his channel: content, objectives, people, names, blah blah blah, doing all this and that. And so he basically violated the premise of the Social Blade mathematical projection.
Yeah, he should probably just keep making vlogs in his bedroom. Like
Yes,
you've seen like his Superman video back from like when he's in like middle school or whatever.
Yeah. What Social Blade was doing was saying, keep doing what you're doing. That's what it was saying. But he didn't sort of get that message.
Yeah. Now he's doing smoothie game shows. I'm like, okay, I thought he said smoothie game shows, but no, that can't be real. Did you say smoothie?
Yeah, exactly. I would have said the same thing.
I totally forgot I asked that, and I busted out laughing editing that.
And I did watch a few minutes of his smoothie game show, by the way. He did have one out there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's so strange.
I haven't seen any of it, but how can you make a game show to smoothies? I have no idea. I mean, there's only so many fruits you can put in a cup.
But only the fruits he likes.
Whatever.
At one point, he was like, "Don't put that in there. I don't like that." So, pretty fun.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like the contestants have to like suck up to him to get points or something, or just be on his good side.
Like. That's what it felt like.
God.
Oh, geez.
So, he did have some interesting background. The music and the game show applause and stuff. That actually fit pretty well. So I'll give him some points for production there in the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't fault him for trying. Game shows are pretty engaging if they're pretty good. I've got one potentially coming up, a pilot episode, so I can understand.
So you have a pilot episode?
For a game concept.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
okay.
Like a critical thinking type game show. It's complicated. I'll just let you watch it eventually.
Is it called It's Complicated?
No, it's called Steel or Straw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steel Man, Straw Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah. Well, there's the third man. There's the Burning Man.
Burning Man.
That's when you lose both.
That's just when you flip the table and forget
Exactly.
about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Nice.
Well, I think I'm going to cut out, you guys.
Okay.
I just had to stop in and say hi and wish you luck today and keep putting out those videos. They're really good.
Nice
Thank
chat
you,
with
thank
you,
you.
Kevin.
Kevin,
you're,
right?
you're in the Discord server, are you somewhere?
I'm on the Discord server as well as late for lunch.
Oh, cool.
So don't call me late for lunch, but in Discord you can.
Okay.
All right.
That sounds great.
Okay. Talk to you guys later.
Bye now.
Bye.
Later. All right. Don't feel obligated to stick around, Robert, but I'll just
That's
hang out
okay.
and read Twitter or
Yeah.
a book or something. See what happens.
Yeah. It's a little slow. I mean, Reed, you're in the trenches doing the legwork here.
Yeah, like, I don't know if this is worth streaming or not, but, you know, sometimes it's interesting.
Yeah.
Whatever. Not a big
I
deal.
remember logging in from time to time and see you and Dally by that lake there, and just hanging around. It's like
Yeah.
nothing going on.
Mm-hmm. It's nice being outside, even if I don't find anybody.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So the
Do we have a
editing stuff
meeting?
is good.
Do we
It's
have a
lot of
meeting?
work.
No, we don't. It's just another Module 1 meeting
Oh, you
later
just-
today.
Oh, you can do another module 1? Okay. Yeah. I was looking at
Yeah.
the last one.
Yeah, I think we got pretty close to finishing that one topic,
Yeah. Yeah.
but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. I was watching a lot of it while I was doing something else. Yeah. I mean, the discussions, there's a lot of content there that's usable, and yeah, and I'm on one hand, it's nice that some of this really good text gets put in the dumping ground, but each time you go, oh, let's kill this, and holy shit, because some of it's good.
Yeah.
Even some of the outlining stuff, I said, holy geez, you could do a whole blog on just that part.
Yeah. We don't want to make it a tome, though, the course. Like, we gotta just get the point across.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that the dumping ground can be used for things outside of the course.
Yeah. Maybe we could bring back the blog or something.
Or yeah, there's a lot of usable stuff there.
Yeah. Cool. Getting hot.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to see when we can get some video transmissions out of ROM.
What? Like, do you think he'll have a problem there in... I don't want to say where he's at. He might not want to know.
Yeah. I
So-
don't know what kind of internet connectivity they have out there.
Huh. Okay. Maybe SEI can get him a Starlink thing.
Oh, yeah.
If he needs it.
Yeah. Yes.
I want one of those.
Yeah, that's cool, eh?
I could probably put it over there and like get really good signal.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, but I think how many the target for full implementation of Starlink is something like 30,000 satellites.
Yeah.
It's like, geez, that's incredible.
Yeah.
With that many satellites, I mean, each one of them, they're very small, but each one of them has a little bit of fuel to do a little bit of course correction, and each one of them has a kind of like shelf life, right?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Which means that once the whole network is up and running, in any given week, a few of them will drop out of orbit.
Yeah, they're probably just going to be continuously refreshed, like I guess like shark's teeth or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And like, I'm sure each new batch of them will be just a little bit better, some kind of innovation happening. So it'll just continuously be evolving.
Yeah.
And at this point, like, all of them are just going from ground to satellite, and then ground to satellite. The satellites themselves aren't like connecting to each other. That's not even operational yet, but that's supposed to be happening soon, and that's going to really change things.
Yes. Yeah. Then you'll be able to reach out around the world with them.
Yeah, and they're like laser locked, so it's like speed of light or whatever that is. That's going to be super fast. Like, I want to be invested in that because that's going to be something financial stock traders are going to want because of the very low latency.
Very low latency.
That's
very
super
low
valuable.
Latency. Yeah.
Not to mention the video games.
Oh, sure, for sure. Yeah. I don't know what the bandwidths are for that, but yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot. I wonder. Yeah. Sounds good. So where do they build Teslas out there?
Right now in the U.S., or only in California, but they just finished one in Texas, a really huge one. They do the batteries in Nevada, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
But then the one in Texas will do both batteries and cars. That should be opening very soon. Another one, huge one in Germany, is about to open in Berlin.
Yeah.
They just got approved for that finally. And Shanghai has one about to start ground on another huge factory. And yeah, quite a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
They might get up to like 10 million cars per year soon, in a few years.
Yeah.
That's like more than any traditional car company's ever made, I think. Wonder what the record is per year for a car company.
That's a good question.
6 million?
Per year?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a
Of
lot
a certain car. Or just of all the cars in their company.
That's also a lot of batteries. And, investment in mining lithium is probably a pretty good investment.
Yeah, and they had a battery day, like investor relations presentation a few years ago.
Yeah.
And they gave the scoop on a new form factor for battery and a new chemistry.
Yeah.
That's literally supposed to cut the battery cost in half by 50%.
Wow. Yeah.
And the battery is the most expensive part in the car by far. So what is that going to do to demand when the cars are so cheap?
Yeah.
And then combine the quantity of cars with potential artificial intelligence software for the cars to be autonomous.
Yes.
Where people probably don't even need to buy the car. There'll just be so many around that can drive around autonomously.
Yeah. Vehicle as service instead of like software service. You subscribe to a service.
Yeah. That's why I have this claim. My prediction, I think Tesla might be a $10 trillion company by 2030. Which is very interesting. If all of that plays out the way our models predict it might, that is inevitable, probably.
Yeah, but what that prediction doesn't say is that in 10 years, the average cost of a house will be $10 million.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting for sure.
Yeah.
I understand what people people don't recognize that there's the new bandwidth component of 5G, which when added for full 5G implementation, introduces the reliability necessary for AI cars. Right now, the 5G is not as reliable as it needs to be for car safety.
Yeah, that's one model of autonomy, which assumes the requirement of some kind of connection between the cars.
Yes.
But the Tesla model is like, no, their software on an individual car, even without any internet, could drive around without any connection whatsoever, merely based on the artificial intelligence software.
Yes.
Which trains the car's artificial intelligence from all the other cars. And every week it gets an update. It's tested with millions of cars in these corner cases. So now we're just chasing the nines, as they say. And then it'll eventually just be incredibly effective and like superhuman.
Yeah.
Like it's already, like I'm obsessed with watching these full self-driving beta videos, and it's just improving month by month. Like people are, or even today, are having zero intervention drives, driving tens and even almost 100 miles around with just today's software. And they haven't even started their new AI like chip training whole program. Like that's another thing they did. They had a AI day where they talked about this new training AI training chip they made, which they're going to have like tons of in this huge AI training farm.
Oh yeah.
Which will then take all of that incoming data from all the cars and then train the software based on that real world data.
That's cool.
So that's cool.
Yeah, so it builds itself. I mean, it matures itself in terms of that.
It's an automated training system. It doesn't even require humans to label stuff, which is like how it was done a few years ago.
Yeah.
But I still don't know too much about it.
It seemed to me though that at this point in terms of the maturity of AI and vehicle technology, complete autonomous function is necessary, since the majority of vehicles on the road are not AI enabled or autonomous, and that will work for this sort of stage of maturity. But as things progress further, there'll be a lot more advantages to cars being able to speak with each other, be in contact with each other.
Yeah, that would probably be an advantage if that's possible. Anthony?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Anthony.
Not much.
Hey, Robert.
Yeah, you're looking comfy.
What's that?
You're looking comfy?
Yeah, I'm just chilling on my couch.
Yeah, just chilling. Yeah.
How's it going, Reed?
I'm good. Kind of getting a little hot here in Florida.
Oh, yeah? Muggy?
Humidity's not too bad right now, but just temperature getting up there.
And no breeze.
Yeah,
no breeze
yeah.
That's the worst combination. No breeze and humid. Huh. Do you have any good talks today? Or did you just get set up?
No. Been here like an hour.
Oh, shit.
There was like a huge outdoor church that was here right when I started setting up. Like maybe 1,000 people. But then they all left.
Oh.
Yeah.
You should put some flyers on the cars or something. Come and speak.
Felt very OG street epistemology, setting up a table right near an outdoor church.
Yeah. OG.
Some people would go coincidence.
I swear I didn't know this was going to be here.
Yeah.
I hope you get some talks then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you noticed any differences in terms of the topics that come up where you are there versus back in California?
I don't have enough sample size yet.
Not enough sample size. Okay.
say.
Well, I expect that there will be some general differences.
Yeah. I think you'll probably get a lot more political talks there and maybe religious ones than you do in Cali.
Yeah.
That would be my guess.
Yeah.
Did you watch the replay of the video last night, Robert?
For module 1 you're talking about, or what?
Yeah, module 1.3.1.
Yeah. I was actually watching a lot of that live yesterday.
Yeah.
You saw me a few comments I had to throw in there.
No, it was good. We covered some really interesting things. But
yeah.
Maybe it's for that module. Is it 16? Inspiring reflection or encouraging reflection?
Encouraging reflection, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll do a read through of 1.3.1 today and maybe probably wrap that one up today.
Mm-hmm.
Hope so.
You think you will?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're pretty much close to 1.3.1 being done, and then we can maybe do a quick read through of manipulation.
Okay.
And
I mean, I was saying to read that the dumping ground content, which of course far exceeds the final stuff you've got in there, is usable not only for parts of the course, but outside of the course for other things.
Ancillary materials to complement the course?
Yeah. What we were talking about, like a blog or other kind of material, or source material for some kind of discussion. You could do some of that is speaking material for presentations.
Ooh.
Some of it is for other things. Other things.
You're right. Yeah, we can't just let those things just sit. Those ideas just sit there because there's some good ideas.
Yeah.
They were adequate for the course, but yeah, they're definitely still worth talking about.
Yeah, I could easily, so you can easily reverse engineer some of that text, make bullet points as slides, and voila, you've got a piece of a presentation somewhere.
Yeah, a really interesting one too.
Yeah.
And not just about SE, even maybe just like, what's the relationship between reflection and persuasion?
Yes. Yes, I was thinking about that while you guys were talking about, because back in the day, there were some people in the SE Facebook page that referred to street epistemology as usable in a sales technique, as part of sales. And that is to say, they saw it as specifically an advocacy or persuasion tool set. And others have referred to street epistemology as not Socratic dialogue, but Socratic persuasion, which presupposes, of course, that you have a message that you're trying to get through.
Yeah.
Persuade in a particular direction or towards a particular conclusion or set of actions or whatever.
Right. And that we try to resist messaging in SE.
Yeah.
To the point where we're reluctant to even share our views, but you can do that.
Yeah.
I wonder, that's since we're not messaging in SE, at least that seems to kind of take it out of the realm of persuasion.
Yeah. But I also saw it from a standpoint of a degree of urgency, right? In terms of how kind of lean forward can a person be? You can go from a very passive, "Oh, is that so?" kind of thing, to prompting, "Oh, have you thought about this?"
Right.
To more of a urgent advocating something, hey, have you really thought about this type approach?
Yeah.
To now it's persuasion, right?
Right.
It's more stronger persuasion, and then you get into something which is more zealous and quite urgent and kind of, really with some passion behind it.
Pushing.
Pushing.
You're pushing a message at that point.
Right.
Even though you're not advancing your own, you're pushing them, like you're challenging them to the point where
Right.
you're really showing that they can't justify their view, maybe.
Yes.
As opposed to like having them reflect on it to see if they can discover it for themselves.
Yeah.
We had that. Did you remember we had that bulleted list of like, here are things that you can do that tip the balance to make it persuasion or not?
That's right.
Did we end up?
I think you guys killed that without putting it in the dumping ground.
Yeah, Reed convinced me to remove it because it's like, why would we want to teach people how to do it? That's not what this is about. But
it was good stuff, but
yeah,
it was not relevant to the learning objective.
I agree, but it's usable for other things.
And we saved it.
Yeah, that's why we didn't delete it. We put it on the dumping ground somewhere.
No, some of the stuff you deleted entirely.
I'm not sure which dumping ground it is, but it's in some dumping ground document.
Oh, geez, now it's lost in the stuff.
But you know what? You raised a good point. It could be fun to have like a tiger team, maybe just go through all the dumping ground documents and then summarize it and say like, a side effort. Here's something that was left in the dumping ground, but maybe you want to reconsider putting it in module 4 or whatever. Now that we have as we get a clearer idea of what's in these modules, maybe we can have somebody swing through and at the very least organize it all into one document and group it by topic or category or something. And then, like you said, we can flag it like, oh, that would be good for a talk, or no, that's good for a 1-page document that we can just release.
Yeah. The materials, as I say, it has a value to it for sure.
Yeah.
The other thing I looked at is Reed, you had put in the link to that was it Muslim analysis of street epistemology? You put in the criticisms channel sub thread.
Yeah.
And there were 3 videos, which I watched all of them.
Okay.
And one of the things that came to mind, obviously, was that notwithstanding the misperceptions that were there, I said to myself, geez, why are these always these same misperceptions keep coming up? Independently, they keep coming up. So I think, well, it's not just, oh, well, that's just it's just misunderstanding. They don't really get it, what's there. But when you get the same misperception coming up from independent sources, they think, okay, now why is this now? Why do they keep on coming to the same misperceptions? And I'm not really sure. There's a lot of possibilities there, but I did notice that pattern that emerged out of that.
Those 3 videos were a critique of the first book, not
Yes.
the second book or any of the videos per se. Although I think maybe they referenced a couple of videos here or there.
Yes.
They're starting with the book.
Yes.
And
it is true that there are often it's a very common misdirection that they people refer to the book or consider the book some kind of gospel.
If you come from a worldview where the source material
Authority comes from a book,
is uncontestable and never changing,
yes,
then and your critical thinking skills are compromised, possibly also, you're gonna.
Yes. So that's a common bias, which leads them to think, oh well, of course they think this this book is some kind of, well, they have has a kind of role.
Well, you raise a. I mean, I know you've been on my case about the marketing of the course, and maybe that's a good reason to like really market the hell out of it, give it a good name, really expose it, so that it gets the attention maybe beyond even the 2 books that preceded it. So that it's maybe that becomes the source document for future critics of SE.
Yes.
And there's plenty of material in there to critique.
Yes.
My gosh.
Yeah.
The phrasing of one sentence, putting a by instead of a with or something is going to just throw people for loops.
Yes. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
All we can do,
of course, ideally,
all we can do is the best that we can do, and review it and put it out to the community, and keep it open to change.
Yeah.
That's the advantage of being in modernity. You can revise your positions based on evidence and reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. That well, there are those who think that that's actually a bad thing. They want stability. They want permanence. Right. They want complete intransigent, complete fixed situation. That gives them a sense of certainty. Not with so they see the opposite as having an advantage.
It's really tricky because you want to have a static definition that's not really changing all that much. Oh, does he have a talk?
Oh, somebody's coming in?
Yeah.
Customer focus. So I think some kind of course name is good. Would be good.
Yeah,
it does. You're right. It creates it's positioning.
Mm-hmm.
Right, hang on. I think I have someone.
Oh, good. Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
Holy frick, dude! I feel so important right now.
You feel so important right now.
Oh my god, your voice is so nice.
There you go. You should be good now too. Are y'all doing like a vlog or something? What's up?
No. What?
What is that? What is that for?
No, he's just like documenting my my growth.
He only has 1 month left for that.
I'm in my final years. I'm got a terminal illness.
And you're out here in the park just filming yourself?
I gotta live it up, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
What
are y'all up to?
Honestly, we're just out here trying to bring goodness to society and trying to make everyone have a good time out here,
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Can I get your first name?
Venus. Well, it's my nickname.
Venus.
Venus.
Like penis without a B, with a B.
If you look at it that way, yes.
Okay, great. And nice, Venus.
Thanks. What's your name?
Reed.
Reed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Nice.
So I've got some topics over on the board. Did you see those?
What's up?
I got some topics over on the board over there. Can you grab that little whiteboard and give that to him? So I've got a few topics there. Watch out for those cards, probably.
Should I hold it up for the...
Sure.
Oh my goodness.
Do you mind if I record?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I mean, we're all recording, I guess. Want to talk about one of those topics, one of those questions, or we can bring up anything you want to talk about?
Oh my goodness.
Want to read them out?
Okay, so number 1, biggest problem no one is talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Second, will Ukraine win their war with Russia? Third, which cultural norm should most be conserved? Could you translate that for
like which value or cultural norm that is a good cultural norm today should be conserved, should continue to be a cultural norm, a value that people have?
Okay. I'll read the 4th one now.
Okay.
Does anything supernatural exist? I actually like the supernatural stuff, so do you mind if we do that one?
I don't mind.
All right, let me put my hair back real quick. It's getting intense.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Okay.
Nice.
Thank you.
Sweet. So we can talk about that. Does anything supernatural exist?
Well, honestly, I have had some run-ins myself with supernatural stuff.
What kind of supernatural stuff?
Sleep paralysis, if you're familiar with it.
That's a supernatural thing?
I would say it's a supernatural thing, yeah.
What is that?
Well, it's like, have you never heard of it?
I think I have, but just
Okay.
just make sure.
Basically, it's a state in between sleeping and being awake, and you usually experience it when, like, you're, I don't know how to, like, sleeping. Like, when you first wake up or when you first fall asleep, it's like a state of, like, paralysis, basically, but you're still dreaming, so you're basically hallucinating, if that makes sense. I probably said that in a super weird way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of hear this in the context of ghosts.
Yeah.
Like, and ghosts, like, I don't want to say, or whatever, like, what is it, possessions or something? Or what is that what
I would
that's
say it's
about?
more like hallucinating, like seeing stuff that isn't really there. Like something that you would get if you're tripping off the shrooms, you know?
Okay. Is this a supernatural thing then? If it's, like, hallucinations seem to be a natural thing that humans do. It's not a supernatural thing?
It's mostly creepy though. That's why I would say it's supernatural. Like it's linked with like ghosts and all that stuff.
It's a creepy thing
Yeah.
that happens.
Yeah.
And so that might be connected to ghosts potentially?
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
So are you saying ghosts might cause sleep paralysis?
I'm thinking yes, it could be released to like the demons, like what Juice WRLD was talking about when he dropped his latest album, Fighting Demons.
Ghost or demons?
Yeah.
Are those slightly different things?
Yes, demons is more intense, and that'll get you more scared. More scared.
Or scared?
Yeah. Like ghosts, it can be a good or bad thing, but demons, like, they're out to get you, man.
That seems like a bad thing if it was a demon.
Yeah.
Right. So has that happened to you?
Yeah, I've actually had a run-in with, I don't know if he was a ghost or a demon, but this lady kind of like crept into my room. It was around 3 a.m., which is like the witching hour or whatever you want to call it. Basically, I saw her like in my door frame. It's like where I'm sleeping, my bed's here. There's like a door on the right side, top right corner. And this lady kind of walked in my room and like kind of stared at me for a little bit. It almost gone sexual. I'm not even gonna lie.
Wow.
But literally, she came in, stood at the foot of my bed like she was trying to seduce me, something like that. That's all I'm saying. She then crept onto the bed, sat on my chest, man. I don't know if she was being kinky with it, but it was super scary. I literally felt like I was being pressed down into the sheets, and I just didn't like it.
Were
know?
you in this sleep paralysis state? Or
Yeah,
was you awake or
I was unable to move.
you were unable to move?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
I would say about 6 months and 9 days ago or something like that.
That's very specific.
Yeah,
Wow.
I've got like a calendar mark on it because it was super scary. Like I don't want it to ever happen again. And I might have had a run-in with like another one too, but it wasn't as extreme. Like I think he was trying to be homies with me, but he still scared me because we were like, I was sleeping, right? And he was just like there again. But I think he was nice. The other one though, like when she sat on it, no.
Would you call this person a demon or a ghost?
I would call him the first one. I don't know because they might have been. I don't know. The first one is on the border. The second one goes for sure because he was nicer.
The male
The male.
was a ghost? Was the female a demon? Or
I want to say she was.
She was a demon?
She's
A kinky
whatever her
demon,
pronouns may be. Yeah.
Maybe, whatever. How confident are you to say on the scale from all the way to the right is absolutely yes?
That she was a demon?
She was like a kinky demon?
Oh,
Or
kinky demon,
Or
alright.
like not sure? Or absolutely false? That is,
So, like,
that is not true.
If it would have got more intimate, I would say it's a full meter to the right.
Yep.
But since she only sat on me, it could have been one kink that she had when she was still alive. So I'm going to put it in the middle, around 76%.
76.
Mm-hmm.
Right there?
Yep.
Nice. So that's our potentially confidence that we think this is actually true, that this has actually happened and is real, that happened in the past. What's the main reason for thinking this is the case? I'm hearing like a personal experience. This is just this is your personal experience that happened.
Yeah.
So is that the main reason, personal experience?
What do you mean by that?
Like with this way of having conversation, I'm trying to potentially evaluate the quality of the reasons people give for believing in whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the claim that you had an experience with a ghost,
Yeah.
like 6 months and 9 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
and your reason is personal experience. All right, is this a good enough reason to actually think that happened in the past? To rely on your personal experience for that?
So you're saying like I dreamt it and it's not really real, is what you're trying to say to me?
But potentially, I'm not saying, I'm asking. Should we believe ourselves even for this type of claim?
I would say we should believe in ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah. Could you be mistaken about this?
Well, it's not the only time it happened to me, like I'm saying first. So I'm going to say yes, I will believe that it actually did happen to me, yeah.
Like all the times, potentially.
It doesn't happen all the time. It's rare, but still very creepy. Traumatic.
Very creepy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So personal experience is what I'm hearing is how you know this up to this level of confidence that is actually real, that happened in the past. Is that a good enough reason to be that level of confidence for this claim?
I'm going to go ahead and adjust this meter.
So you're even more confident?
Yeah.
Really, really confident.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, personal experience. Could someone have a personal experience like that and be mistaken about something similar to that?
I mean, maybe if they had a psycho ex-girlfriend that was into the same things, possibly. Like if she was into the sitting on the chest hole thing, like that.
That could be an alternate explanation.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's just a reenactment of what he's already experienced, so like a memory instead of this ghost thing. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you also mentioned it's kind of a hallucination, potentially.
Yeah.
So if it was a hallucination, does that mean it's not real? Or is it?
I would say it's real either way.
Can hallucinations be a real thing?
Yeah.
What does a hallucination mean to you?
Well, it's like seeing something that's not really there, but it's still like, I don't even know. Like if I'm looking at the beautiful scenery of the park right here, if I saw a man and he was like 9'6" or something,
yeah,
walking by, I think that would be a hallucination, cause like he's there, and I'm seeing him, but he's not like actually.
And
there.
you ask me, and you're like, "Do you see anybody over there?" I'm like, "No."
No, I mean, if I look a little bit, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So that's one way to test if you're actually seeing something that might be a hallucination. You could ask some other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any way to test this type of claim? Maybe not this past experience, but if you start having this experience again, potentially, what would be a good way to test to make sure you're not potentially fooling yourself, mistaken that there is actually a real person or a real ghost or whatever in your vicinity?
Could you elaborate?
Like, does it matter to you to know the actual truth of this claim? Like, do you actually want to know if it was actually real, or does it matter to you if it was a hallucination? If a hallucination means it was not really there, but you believed something was really there, would you want to know either way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Short answer, yeah.
So how could we tell one way or the other if something was really there or not really there?
That's a good one. I mean, you could try and go over there and like dap him up, like greet him. And if he's not there, you might look like a psycho to like everybody around you. But if you go over there and you're trying to introduce yourself, and maybe he like disappears, but he could be real if he daps you back up.
If there's some like physical contact happening,
like if I can feel him.
That's one test potentially to the touch.
And okay, if he has Snapchat.
If he has a Snapchat account.
Yeah, if he has all the current social medias and he's in tune with like today's stuff, I think he might be real.
That would be a good evidence that he's real.
But then you would have to clarify, like, it's like me, not personally homosexual. He might get that vibe off me, so then you would have to clarify with that. But we've already clarified that he is a real person, so we would already have evaluated your claim originally of the question, does anything supernatural exist? You follow me?
Yeah, so if ghosts are an example of supernatural things, where's your confidence that just supernatural things exist in general? Same confidence level or different?
Okay, at all, if they exist, like at all.
Yeah, does anything
I would say
supernatural
still
exist?
almost full, like a 91.
Okay, and what's the reason for being there?
Because I think some people maybe like have mental issues, and they might like I don't know, make up for a lot of the ghost stuff, or they're like hallucinating. But the real ghost stuff, like, I feel like it's out there. Because have you ever gone in like to a creepy place and whatnot? Like, you feel that. Have you ever felt that?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
I think I felt, there's some creepy places, yeah, at certain times.
Uh-huh.
And are feelings in those situations a good way to tell that something supernatural is actually there?
Yeah, I would say. Especially if they start to touch you.
Going past mere feelings, but some kind of like physical touch.
Or they can like whisper to you or something like that.
Hearing something as well. All right. Could those touches and things that you hear actually be hallucinations?
It could be, but it could not be. So I can't really give a full answer on that.
Okay. If they were hallucinations, if you discovered to your satisfaction that all of that was merely hallucinations, would that change your confidence about the supernatural existing?
Yeah, I think it would.
Where would it go?
I'd say it would still be around halfway, around there, maybe a little bit less. I'm gonna say 42.
Okay. So what else is keep propping up that confidence besides feelings then?
That's a difficult question right there. Actually, I'd say it's pretty much fully supported by like experiences.
Which experiences? Your personal ones or others?
Yeah, personal ones, or like hearing about other people's. Like, it's not just me. Like, I'm sure a bunch of people have like had similar experiences. If you want to, if they want to DM me on Instagram about their traumatic experiences, like I'm willing to help.
Sure, yeah.
On my Instagram, wait, which camera?
Right here.
Okay, sorry. On my Instagram, BradyShepherd, Brady Shepherd. Yeah, hit me on that if you ever have any traumatic experiences you want to talk about. I'm there 24/7. I'm a counselor. I'm just kidding, I'm not really a counselor, but I will help you talk it out. You know what I'm saying?
You're there to talk with
Yeah, I'm there to talk 24/7, of course.
All right, want to wrap it up here?
Yeah, of course.
Venus?
Venus, yeah.
Okay.
All
right, any questions for me? Any feedback?
Have you ever had any experiences like that?
Not really, no.
So you've never... I got one for you.
Yeah.
Okay. When you're little, this might be slightly PG-13. Is that allowed?
Yeah.
Okay. What if, like... Okay. So, like, when you're little, you're gonna, show your panic through, like, different ways than, like... If you're grown up, like, you might be, like, scream or, like, you're gonna ask for help or something like that. But someone that's, like, really little isn't really gonna know how to, like, express their panic and, like, their fear. What if bedwetting, was linked with demons?
Demons causing bedwetting, potentially?
I would say, yeah.
All instances of bedwetting are demon-caused?
I wouldn't say all instances. Like, if homie got into the fridge and, like, had some orange juice before bed when he's not supposed to, I would say that's linked with the orange juice and not demons.
That might be a natural instance of bedwetting. Okay.
But, yeah. I mean, we came up with diapers for that.
Yeah, there's problems.
And
there's a way
like,
to fix that problem.
Me, personally, I was a little late getting out of the bedwetting stage.
You were?
Yeah, so I think the demons might be out to get me. Like I said earlier, Juice WRLD's album connects so much with me because of that. Biting demons, I swear, you're probably going to think I'm a little bit of a psycho right now. I didn't stop bedwetting until I would say about 4th grade, Yeah, which is 10.
It was the demon's fault, though.
It was the demon's fault.
Yeah.
Anything beyond 5 years old, I would say, is the demon's fault.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, awesome.
Sweet, thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem.
How was that? Was that fun?
That was awesome, yeah.
Cool.
I enjoyed that.
Awesome. Cool. Well, where can I find that footage?
If you want to find that footage,
on your Instagram?
You know what? Yeah, it'll be on my Instagram. I shouted it out if you want to go back through the footage or whatever.
I'll look that up. Cool.
Awesome. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, check out my Instagram. Post something.
I bet you want to plug it real quick?
It's on my card there if you want to take that.
On the card?
Cordial Curiosity. Cordial Curiosity.
This one right here?
On Instagram. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's actually sick.
Yeah.
Zoom in on that.
Get that.
Oh, you got it good? Is it focusing? Alright, focus? Alright, sick.
Alright, thanks for sitting down.
Yeah, of course, bro.
Appreciate it.
Handshake?
Yeah.
I did not bedweight last night, so.
Great. Cool. Sweet. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too.
That was fun. Mind to put that back over there? This thing, yeah.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Appreciate it.
Have you had any other like people?
You're my first for today. That, awesome. Cool.
Yeah, you have a good day, Reed.
You too. Thank you. Feel free to take a puzzle piece, one of those blue, yellow, or red,
What should I do?
squishy
I can
stress
actually,
balls.
Like, have it?
You can have it, yeah.
Can I get the full set like someone like?
If you come back 2 more times.
If I come back, oh. Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Okay.
I've had a wonderful time here.
Thank
and
you.
I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too. See.
That was an interesting interview.
Yeah. Why am I getting like teenagers all around here? It's like all I'm getting.
You want to shout out their social media,
Yeah.
I guess. Did he start by saying that he was dealing with like an illness? Like a
I don't know. It was all just for fun, pretty much. Yeah.
I think he was trolling you a little bit here
I
and
could
there.
tell. Yeah.
But-
I was just playing along, but also
Someone
doing
said
it.
he was trolling you.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I think so. But you know,
His
you
friend was
still managed
filming
to
it.
stay calm during it.
Yeah. It was not like adversarial trolling. It was just.
No. But I could tell you were kind of checking out near the end. you know, when he started bringing up the bedwetting and, you know, it's like, okay, yeah, you're not really into this.
Yeah.
I thought you asked good questions though.
Yeah. Anyway.
He was trying to push your buttons.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That was kind of entertaining to watch because I've had a few of those too, where it's like they're not interested at all. They're just goofing around and want to be on your YouTube channel or, you know, promote theirs.
Yeah. I'm sure they were doing stuff for their Instagram or whatever. His friend had like a little DSLR.
Oh, was that right? Well, where did Robert go?
I don't know.
Dropped off.
He did not say his name was Brady, was it? I heard he said Venus.
He said
He
Venus.
definitely said that. What are you talking about?
Here, he's stirring up shit here.
Did you look up his Instagram? Is that his real name?
I didn't check it out yet.
Anyway.
It was. He gave his full name. Was it Brady Shepherd D?
Oh, on the Instagram
Yeah.
link. Yeah, that's probably that. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even recognize that might be his real name when he said the Instagram link. That's probably why, yeah.
You know what though? Advice for like a tip. He was making jokes. It could have been just kind of fun to just joke around back with him a little bit, rather than just like be so serious about the interview.
I think I was trying to joke back a little bit.
You did a little bit,
Some-
but I don't know. I guess he gave you so many openings and you just didn't take them. And I was like, well, I don't know.
Yeah. I was being, what is it? Just dry humor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was the straight man to his
Right.
funny character.
Just got hit by the remote. All right, but we'll have fun. I'm gonna go do some other stuff.
Okay, thanks.
See you in a little bit.
thanks for the reminder. Yeah, that's interesting. Like, should the street epistemology community start making bets on stuff? That could be another source of revenue. Like, I'll get together and SE each other about some kind of prediction market claim. That'd be interesting. That'd be a good test of, like, the level of rationality within the street epistemology community, you know? That'd be interesting. Oh, cool, thanks. I got another teenager. That's really all that's happening. Oh, there's more people gathering around the stage. I think there's like a concert happening at 2 o'clock or something. So there's more people gathering. It seems I'm sympathetic to libertarianism, NAP claim, the non-aggression principle claim, yeah. Do I have that on there? I guess I do. But resistant to anarcho-capitalism, a state is necessary for liberty. Yeah, I definitely agree, a state is necessary for liberty. Have you read David Friedman, Mike Humer, and Murray Rothbard? I have not. Yeah, definitely not an anarcho-capitalist. For sure. My model for how liberty emerges in society is mainly from books like Why Nations Fail and The Narrow Corridor. And I'm skeptical of libertarian type stuff because of books like what is it? The Dictator's Handbook. But what do I know? I'm no expert on that. Yeah, Acemoglu and Robinson. They're somewhat vague about the exact nature of extractive and inclusive institutions. Yeah. All right. Back to Twitter. Hey.
Hey, Reed. How's it going?
Hey. Great. How are you?
Good. I went off and got lunch, but I was able to listen in on the somewhat IRL troll. That was
Yeah, that was fun.
although I did have to Google. Venus does seem to be a real name, whether or not
Really?
that. Yeah.
I'm sure it is. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yiddish or something, but.
Yiddish, yeah.
So I
Nice.
have coming up in a couple weeks, hoping to do a Zoom workshop for SE for my college faculty. So it'll be good.
Wow.
It's
For your college faculty, like how many people is that?
well, it's like a professional development event. So they have these. It's actually for Diversity Week. So I submitted a proposal to run the thing. So it probably only like a dozen might show up. Maybe we get 30 would be awesome. They don't usually tend to be much more than that, but
And by show up, you mean show up digitally on a Zoom call?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
But yeah, we're gonna do just the introduction to SE type thing. I like that introducing.se website as like a quick primer, and then get people paired up through breakout rooms to try and have them practice conversations. So
Nice. Are you
that's
gonna have them
the current
just two people in a breakout room?
probably 3 or at most 4, with the idea being that the third or fourth could give feedback. I ran something similar for the tutors because we have like on-campus tutors that also have like a professional development thing, and that worked pretty well. And I was able to bounce in. That's the nice thing about Zoom is you could bounce into the different breakout rooms and like make sure it's somewhat working at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember
But have you had any experience with a workshop like that?
Yeah, we did 1 or 2 last year.
Oh
One
yeah,
with
for
Rebel
the
Wisdom, another with American Atheists, I think, another one with the Stoa. And the Stoa one, we had like a bunch of people, and we had a bunch of breakout rooms. I forget what the general outcome was of that, what our recommendations were. I think the recommendation was that don't just read a script of a sample SE conversation that's fake. That was super boring for people. That's what I did. So don't do that. But then we got into actually having people like see the steps on screen and then do kind of real conversations or trying to do one. I don't know the best way, but it's a good experiment.
Yeah, I would think that playing a video example is good at least. Still.
Yeah. I still have that keynote where I've got a bunch of video examples. I've got like the different steps of SE on a different keynote page and the sub steps or sub techniques within each step and like a kind of highlight reel or just a bunch of that exact technique happening in different SE conversations in a row. So I can give you that if you want.
Yeah, that would be great. I don't think I've seen that myself.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll make a note to send you that.
Thanks.
Well, now there's a bunch of people just over there hanging out for another concert, but no one's interested over here. Oh well. What time is it?
I guess, yeah. that might be an advantage of having the trailhead, is it funnels people, right?
Yeah.
Had you been at this location once before?
I was here once before. Way over there, near the playground.
Did I ever tell you about my first experience trying to do SE near a playground?
No.
Yeah. Don't set up cameras near a playground.
Yeah.
Advice.
Yeah. That's not a good look.
Yeah.
I hear a horn, like an actual instrument being practiced. Wow.
Yeah, we're just picking it up. You can hear it too.
Hang on. No.
So that's not the band starting up the concert?
What's not?
The horns aren't coming from the concert? You said they were setting up for something?
Yeah, I think it's a whole orchestra getting set up over there on stage. Must be a concert series or something.
Well, that might set an end time for you once the concert starts.
Yeah, my
up.
original time to go was like at 2 o'clock in an hour. So it'll probably be starting around then. I had some claims about outcomes for racial groups 1865 to 1965 caused by discrimination 80%, yeah. And after 1990, negative 50%. Like, I disbelieve any outcomes for racial groups were caused by discrimination, negative 50. Wondering what was informing my thinking on this. Mainly, I think the civil rights movement changed the nature of, of the U.S. I think the level of discrimination dropped considerably, definitely from 1965 to after 1990. In between 1965 and 1990, that's hazy for me, but.
What was in 1990 that is that benchmark?
That was just an arbitrary cutoff. Maybe 2 generations. Or one at least.
The Naples Concert Band in Cambier Park is at 2 p.m.
The Naples Concert Band. Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
There was a interesting chat on the Discord yesterday about talking about preventing trans women from participating in women's sports, and the IL was kind of wrestling with the idea that if you were to enact that ban, it seems like it would be logically inconsistent to not ban other groups from participating if they had like an advantage. So, and of course, they didn't want to get into this because of racism. This is what made me think of this topic. If there are certain like ethnic groups or cultures that have, tend to just win lots of races, for example, like Ethiopian contestants or Kenyan racers are really good at long distance running, that sort of thing. And, would it be logically inconsistent to apply a ban, for one group and not the other type thing, which I thought was interesting. I hadn't thought of that before.
Yeah, they're attempting to draw an analogy between race and sex.
Right. And not necessarily race. I mean, because presumably you could break it down to, like, any group. I mean, it could be age group, right? Why do we set different ages? Like, if you have a race for over 65, what is the point of that versus opening it up to everybody? Maybe it's different at different levels of sports, but it's almost like some kinds of discrimination are permissible by society and some aren't.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's not discrimination at all. I guess it depends on the term, what people mean by that.
Yeah, discrimination has a negative connotation, but we discriminate all the time, especially in sports, with the different leagues and different age groups, different weight classes. These are discrimination. The question is, are these fair policies? And there are reasons for and against the policies. And now we're questioning one potential discrimination of sex or gender identity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm having a discussion on this new website, Q Park, with Jangles about this topic. And I'm definitely on the side that it's unfair for trans women to be in women's sports, especially physical sports. But I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe just a female class and an open class. I've heard that as a potential change in policy. That would be fine. So, I'm not
so
sure
should
what will
there?
happen.
Yeah, I mean, should there be those different classes? When should you separate out different groups like that?
I guess you just have to get a bunch of data and see the average, like the bell curve data. And if like there's the deviation is like over 3 times the standard deviation, like what is the standard deviation between groups that is fair to put them together? Because sports is all about that tail on the right end. That's what all the competition's about. So it's got to be within like 5% difference. Is that the cutoff potentially? I don't know. Would one individual potentially change the data for everything? Like if one female actually ended up matching the lower end of the top 1% of male achievement, would that mean we could potentially put females together with males? Because that one example proves the data in that way? Or does it need to be a certain population level have to get to that? I don't know.
What was the website? Q Park, you said?
Yeah, you can find a demo of it on YouTube or just like a video of it. It's like in an alpha phase right now. He's kind of testing it out. It's pretty interesting. It's like a very structured debate type style where each side has to agree on the question or the topic or the claim, and then they make their case, each of their sides separately without seeing each other's case, so no one gets like the first word, and then they finalize that, and then they can see each other's case, and then they can respond based on that, and then during that process you raise fundamental questions to be answered, and then once you've got your case from each side based on the responses from each side, you go then into the fundamental questions and start doing it all over again. It's complicated.
Yeah, sounds good.
The idea is that anyone could then see a discussion once it's already been played out. They could just go through the argument in specifics and see responses to specific questions and questions in those responses, to see it all mapped out.
So then it's like posted on a database, like Kaleo.
Yeah. Are you hosting the like earlier in the day SE practice sessions now?
Inconsistently. So
Inconsistently. Okay.
I drop in, like, if they don't have anyone else covering it. We don't really have a steady host yet. Gigi did it a few times, and I co-hosted with her, and I hosted yesterday. Sushi's done it a couple times. Yeah, so I think it's open to anyone who wants to claim it. I know if Dolly's ever feeling better, we'd love to have him back. Hope he's doing well.
Yeah. Hope he's doing well, yeah.
Are you in Florida the rest of the spring, or how much longer did you say?
I'm I'm leaving in basically a week to go
Oh,
to
wow.
on a ski trip for a week,
Nice.
and then back to LA
Okay.
for like a week, and then going on the university tour for like a month and a half.
Oh, I had just checked on the fundraising for that, and I assumed that it wasn't on, based on the goals. But
We got some outside funding, so
nice,
it's happening.
great, excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy to help out with the line stuff if that's still in the cards.
Yeah, you're in the Northeast, right?
Yeah, by DC.
How close is Yale to you?
Let me see. That's 5 hours. It's manageable. It could be a weekend.
Where's Purdue? In Dartmouth.
Heh, I got the wrong Purdue. Could it be in Salisbury?
Where's
That
that?
doesn't sound right. Oh, that's in Indiana. Okay.
Indiana. Okay. Not that close.
No. And Dartmouth. Let me see.
New Hampshire? No. Okay. So Yale might be the closest, maybe. There's going to be a bunch more, potentially, so I'll keep you updated.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I think Mark Solomon might join us for something, for some of them, and Nathan might be I think is joining me for the whole thing. He'll help me video it. But I do need one more person, ideally, to be there for the whole time. I have potential people in mind.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's what did you say the dates were, or is that settled yet?
It's like April to mid-May, potentially.
Okay, so soon. Awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, hopefully Yale won't be in middle of April, because that's when I'm going to be in Belize. But for my spring
Belize,
break,
nice. Okay.
yep.
Cool.
Maybe I'll get some beach SE. That would be fun.
Yeah, Yale is April 19th.
Oh, let's see.
When is that?
That is close. That might be right when I'm back. I think I might be able to do that. Yep. It's a Tuesday. Cool.
Cool. Okay, well, I think this is a bust.
Yeah. Shame. All right. Well, I'm going to drop out and try and get some work done. I'll
Okay,
probably see you
thanks.
later.
See you. Be right back. that is that. Now there's like 1,000 people over there, but no one's interested in chatting, and the concert's about to start. So I tried. Thanks everyone for watching. Probably won't be back for like a few months, but we'll see. We'll see what happens on the tour. Anyway, see you later.